So I'm back on the Ford new rotor. Um, I pulled the brake pad out of the back side, trying to. I was gonna try and push the caliper in with my uh, screwdriver because my hand wasn't cutting it. My hands weren't cutting it, and I think it's because I still have that guide on there. So maybe if I take that guide off there, I'll be able to get it pushed back in there. This one looks okay. I'm not. I'm gonna tell her I can't fully sign off on uh, it until new calipers because these ones are. I don't know if they're meant to be this way or I'll have to do some more research. But I'm getting them. I'm gonna get them back together today. So, uh, yeah, it takes. I have to go all the way through the body frame right there on the bottom bolt for the bracket to get the bolt on. So I had to take my 13-inch deep well and two little extensions to get in there and get it to come out. So yeah, we're rocking and rolling. I'll bring you back here in a little bit. Well, I went over to the passenger side, took the brake pad off the inner part of the where the uh, plunger is, and yeah, brake fluid's leaking right out the boot. So I called her up to let her know the bad news and to see if she could get one. Because I'm not putting it back together unless she got a new one because I know that's where her brake issues are coming from. And like I told her, I the reason the other one ate like it did was because the other side wasn't working. It was losing pressure. So therefore every time you step on the brake, it's not compressing that brake into the caliper. So when on the driver's side, that's why it ate into the rotor like it did, because that was the main source of braking in the back for a while. I don't know how long it's been like that, but it's been like that for a good minute, I'm guessing. And the thing that disappoints me is they took it to a garage and paid people money to put brakes and calipers and everything, anything it needed. That car got taken care of by the previous owners because I know them and I know what they did with the car. And so they took very good care of it. Now, I don't like to bash on people, but I feel like they did them dirty. They saw them a mile away coming because they're an older couple. And yeah, I feel like they got ripped off more than once by them because they said that the brakes were good, the brake calipers were good, blah, blah, blah. And they couldn't find a leak. That's very suspicious because it didn't take me but 5 minutes to find her leak after I got back to down there and doing it today. So therefore, they didn't really do anything for, and that really upsets me. Do better, guys. I mean, it's not that hard to replace a caliper. It's not that hard to replace brakes. And it's definitely not that hard to replace a rotor. So next time, the company that did them wrong, do them right. you know. So that's all I got to say. And so now I gotta wait till she gets done mowing lawns, because that's part of her job. Like she goes out in our community and mows. They've got like 20 or 30 some lawns they mow now. And so she's out there doing that right now. And I called her and let her know the bad news. So I'm just waiting on either a call back or to see her pull into the driveway down there. And then we'll go from there. I don't know what we're going to do, but I'll figure it out, or they'll figure it out, one of the two. I mean, if I had the extra money, definitely I would do it. I would help her out in a heartbeat, because I'm just that kind of a person. But from what she was looking at, the calipers are like $100 a piece, and I just don't have that right now. So I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. Well, I guess I'm on hold with the car again until she can get passenger side, right side brake caliper. I popped the back brake pad off, and yeah, it started leaking like a sieve. So that told me right there, all that gumminess around is brake fluid that has been turning into oily substance because of the caliper leaking. So yeah, I had to put that off. So now I'm going up to the store. I'm not even gonna lie. I shouldn't, because I really don't have the money for it, but after the morning I've had, yeah, I need something to boost me, because if not, I'm gonna crash real quick. Just hearing about other people's problems and then dealing with your own problems, and it all gets to you. And today has been one of them frickin' days. I just left somebody that is basically not got the money to pay for her lot rent or her electric bill. And I told her about services out there, and I told her to call around and see if anyone could come and help you. I said, other than that, I don't know what to tell you. Other than the fact that I had to live a whole year without electricity. And I made it just fine. 1 year, they were threatening me with eviction until I cleaned my place up. Okay? And that's not why they're saying they're going to be evicted. It's just the fact that they didn't have the cash in hand to pay for their lot rent, which, being on a fixed income, I totally understand. But at the same time, I take my money right out of the equation right at the first of the month when I know it's going to be there, or actually mine's on the 3rd. So I make sure on the 3rd, I get up that morning, I get online and I pay my fucking lot rent. Okay? It's that easy. But when you get paid every 3rd Wednesday or Thursday of the month, I mean, it is a little harder, but still, come on. put the frickin' money back. Don't overspend, and don't pull more than you necessarily have to live on, especially with being on a fixed income, because that just sucks, having to deal with that. So, but like I was saying, all my bills, except for one right now, is paid. And I've got pretty much the whole amount of money I need for that bill in my wallet because I went out and made it. Okay? So I ain't stressing about no damn money. Okay? Everybody else needs to stop stressing about money because it's stressing me the fuck out. If you need money, go out and fucking figure it out. Get a job. If you can't get a job, then fucking make it so that you can afford to pay your bills each and every freaking month without having to worry about it. Yeah, you might not have the luxuries. You might not have certain things, but at the end of the month, you can be, or at the beginning of the month, you can be happy and proud because, hey, all my bills are paid. During the center of the month and the middle of the month and the late end of the month, yeah, it kind of gets boring. Unless you know how to go out and find some money. But it's not that hard to keep on top of bills. You just got to get out of debt. Oh. But anyways, I was thinking about taking you in, but I probably won't. I don't even know if you're still recording. I'm just walking. I'm walking and talking, so if I'm talking to myself this whole time, oh well. At least I got some stress out. And then on top of my busy schedule, I gotta go and do things. Oh, yeah. Oh well. I'm not gonna be stressed no more because it takes too much energy. That walk took too much energy. I can't even hardly move now. And it's just because I was freaking ranting and raving. But anyways, everybody, have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next one. They're over there using the cutting torch and cutting that metal down, putting it in the trailer. Gonna haul it in probably for scrap. Heck yeah, that's awesome. They brought the acetylene torch right out too. Boom, boom. There we go. Well, she's off to get the caliper, and I told her later today if it don't rain that I'd be getting it put on for her. So we'll see what happens, because I told her, I said the other side, the caliper pins are moving just fine for the on the housing, and then the only thing I couldn't do with the screwdriver is push the plunger back in the caliper. So I'm gonna borrow another buddy of mine. Actually, it's the guy that owns the train. I'm gonna borrow his big old C-clamp and see if I can get it to compress like that. The boot don't look like it's ripped or anything, so that's a plus. As long as I can get it to compress back just fine, then I'll have her on the road probably no later than tomorrow. Because if it rains, then I won't be able to get back down to it today. And tomorrow it's looking like it's going to be a nice clear day, and then the rest of the week it's going to be rainy and nasty. So I either got to get it done before it starts pouring or tomorrow, which, like I said, probably will be tomorrow. I'm sorry I didn't actually show you me pulling the brake pad off the caliper and discovering the brake fluid dripping, but you know, I figured it's not that big of a deal. I can show you it tomorrow when I take it off, or later tonight when I take it off. I can show you what that looks like. But yeah, I put the caliper on the driver's side, and I didn't leave it on there because I still got to push the piston back in and get the brake pads on it. So anyways, yeah, that's what it is. And I'll talk to y'all later. Have a blessed day. Well, I gotta bleed it, but this side is done. And that's a brand new caliper, so I know she ain't gonna have a problem with that. So let's get over to the other side and do the same exact thing all over again. And yeah. Funny thing is, that caliper, the bolts right here to take off the actual caliper from the bracket, they're 9/16 on this side, and then I think it's 11/16 to hold this down so you can tighten it adequately. And this is the 11/16 wrench, so that tells you right there that that's the one I had to use, but she's on there, she's solid. Like I said, bleeding them is the only thing I'll have to do after I get this other side put together. But I wanted to do this side first and get this done, so there we go. That's almost a done deal. Well, I've tried everything I can, so that caliper's just stuck. What the heck's going on? Alrighty, guys. Well, that's gonna put a hold on today's video because even though I replaced that other caliper, this one I took the bleeder screw all the way out, and I tried to compress it, thinking it might work. Yeah, there wasn't nothing coming out of the bleeder valve, so guess what? There's another stuck caliper. I was hoping it wasn't going to be that, but it looks to be that. So it looks like I'm going to be putting another caliper on it on the other side, on this side too. So stay tuned. I don't know what we're going to do. I'll have to talk to the customer and see what she wants to do. And yeah, I know she wants to get it done. And I mean, it looks so good. The brake pads are on there and everything. Just caliper seized. And I had a feeling it was gonna be, and I told her that. So I'll get back with you when I know more.